Good morning, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me once again. So, today we're going to focus on educational statistics of India and the United States. The literacy rate of India stands at 80%, which means that 80% of the Indian population uh, has the capability of reading and writing language. It has nothing to do with mathematical skills or any subject or any skills associated with any other subjects such as history, geography, or science. And when it comes to the state of Kerala, the literacy rate stands at 95%, meaning that 95% of the population of Kerala has the capability of writing and reading. And this has nothing to do with other aspects of high quality education. It is estimated that 35 to 40% of the population has a bachelor's degree in the state of Kerala, regardless of the subject. So when it comes to India, we're speaking about only about 25% of the population has a bachelor's degree. And as opposed to the United States, in the United States, we have a total of 40, there are the 40% of the population is associated with having a bachelor's degree, and 10% of the population is considered to be illiterate, meaning that they don't have the capability of problem solving skills, or they cannot even read or write. That is very unfortunate. We want to change that. And it is estimated that 0.24% of the population is considered to be doctors, meaning that as many as 1 million people are considered to be physicians in the United States of America, as opposed to 0.4% of the United States population is considered to be lawyers. So that means that we have more lawyers in the United States than doctors. When it comes to the population of politicians, we're speaking about 600,000 in all. And when it comes to the middle class families, what defines middle class family? Middle class family is defined as a socio-economic group that stands between the lower class and the upper class. In the United States of America, a middle class family's annual income is $200,000 to $250,000. And I want to change your income bracket here. And if you, not income bracket, your status from middle class to an opulent status or rich, you belong to the rich class, because if you make more than $150,000 annually, you are considered to be rich. You have the means to survive very good and have a productive life in this country, as opposed to the people whose median income is less than $100,000. If you make more than $150,000 annually, the median income remains at $75,000 in the United States of America. And if you make $75,000 annually, you are still considered to be wealthy. When you really think about it, you don't lack anything. You have the means to purchase things. You have high purchasing power with your money. And when it comes to India, it is totally different. Indian unemployment rate stands at 75% when you really think about it. And I know that some of the politicians do not buy my idea. People are struggling. They rely on foreign sources. Millions of people are migrated to foreign countries on the lookout for a job, not a better job, just simply a job. As a result of the Indian government doesn't have the means to produce adequate employment for its country. It's true, especially when it comes to the state of Kerala. Kerala government does not have the resources to either invest or to conduct research or to produce more employment, because it does not have the resources. That is so unfortunate. And it is because of this reason millions of people that are on the lookout for job opportunities in Gulf countries, European countries, and of course in America. And when are we going to change? We're not going to be able to change unless the politician with the view of narcissism, and that needs to change. The indifferences of politicians are creating this massive burden on the people of Kerala, the students of Kerala. When they graduate from school, the parents are entrusted with the responsibility for them to send their children to school. And when they graduate, they cannot find a job, because what kind of job are they looking for? Smart city and this and other sectors, the computer sectors or technological sectors don't really produce adequate employment opportunities for students. Therefore, they simply have to rely on foreign sources. That is why I really want to take a moment to thank Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, who is the current Chief Minister of India, for all the initiatives that he has taken in the past, and he is on his way to accomplishing more goals when it comes to economic advances. And there is no question that the LDF politicians are really on the lookout for enhancing economic power for the state of Kerala. And they have been in touch with the Indian government for allocating resources to make that happen for the state of Kerala. And we still have to work a lot. We still have to do a lot of things. So let's talk about what is happening in India in terms of education. Indian education is completely relied on something known as the total learning, which means a learning technique based on memorization. The students completely rely on memorization to pass the examination rather than having go through a deep thinking process, or they don't have the skills of problem solving. In the context of problem solving, we're talking about education having the means to help the students to understand more about the subjects that they are learning. When they graduate, they don't hold on to the information that they have learned in school. This is the unfortunate thing about the Indian education system that needs to change. We have labs associated with physics, chemistry, and biology, and that is only for them to graduate. And after that, they don't retain or recall any information that they've learned, because that is what happens with their brain. If you don't have the problem-solving skills or deep thinking process, then you don't retain information in your brain, because your long-term memory will be affected. That's what happened to me. Everything that I learned in school is not in my brain, except for certain things, language and some aspects, not everything. How many of you can really remember everything that you have learned in school? Unless you carry on with the demand, which means that unless you keep reading and keep understanding, you're not going to be able to retain the information. So you are not going to be productive. Let's think about those people that are in a profession of any kind, whether a doctor, lawyer, or anything. So you are very productive in your profession, because you gain knowledge every day, you practice every day, and you retain the knowledge. But you don't have the knowledge in the other field. If you're a doctor, you don't know anything about what a lawyer does, or an anthropologist does, or a zoologist does, because you simply own your profession to make your money and have a productive life. That's all you care about. So when it comes to politicians in the state of Kerala or anywhere, they want to know more, because when they interact with people, they want to be able to understand what they say. So if you were to talk to an entrepreneur or a business person, then you want to know where he comes from. When he interacts with you, so for example, the CEO of Google, when he talks about his operations associated with Google, a congressman in White House needs to know what the heck he's talking about. He will be spitting out technological aspects, so terminologies associated with technology and his business. Then you need to keep up to date with all the information that is available for you to be productive in your conversation. You don't want to let anybody look down on you, because these people are coming to Washington, D.C. to participate in different committees and hearings. So when you ask them a question, they're going to answer you. And if you don't have the brain, if you don't have the understanding, if you don't have the information, then you're not going to know what the heck he's talking about. Like search engine optimization, it's a common word, everybody knows. So when when we think about all these things, ladies and gentlemen, it has something to do with education. The